Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party explored the fetid expanse of the Slither Swamp. They had finally made their way to the location of the memory fragment they had been repeatedly told about. Here, on an island in the swamp, was a strange wall of bluish light, mostly opaque at its bottom, but growing more transparent the higher it rose. Flashes of multicolored light blossomed behind the wall, creating strange shadows. Within these shadows, the party could see the silhouettes of Ophidian humanoid hybrids, battling against a large serpent. It didn't take long for the party to realize that what they were witnessing was playing out on repeat. The silhouettes followed the same patterns over and over again, eventually ending up back where they started as the scene played on loop. As the party began to investigate, Ezrah eventually placed his hand on and then through the wall of light. In an instant, Ezrah was whirled up and sucked into the memory. The others, fearful for their ally, quickly followed suit. They found themselves disembodied, floating for a time through darkness, surrounded by flashes of random colors. Then existence around them began to vibrate violently, and they were shunted from this space and back into bodies. But not bodies that were their own. They found themselves inside the flesh of the very Ophidian silhouettes they had previously seen, staring down Hexakali, the Spirit Naga, one of the Sethian scourges. The party could sense the memories of the bodies they inhabited. This was indeed a fragment of the past, frozen here somehow. These were some of the last few of the Vrael Olo. They had fought hard to reach Hexakali, and now they had a plan to actually destroy the Naga. But something was wrong. They were missing things, vital objects that had been blessed to make their fight against Hexakali possible. Something was wrong. This piece of the past had been warped. But they could do nothing but fight anyway. And so the party, in their new forms, battled against the living flesh form of Hexakali, who they knew in the present as the Queen of Bones. But they were no match for her, not without whatever the Vrael Olo were supposed to have with them. One by one, Hexakali unleashed upon them her living frost. The party found their forms slain and their consciousness shunted back out of the memory, where they landed in their own bodies amidst the swamp. But dying in the memory was not a pleasant experience, and the party was assaulted by waves of psychic energy after their failure. Fortunately, they suffered no further ill effects, but it seemed they would get no more information from this memory, not without whatever it was the Vrael Olo had lost. Unsure of what to do next, the party began exploring the area around the memory fragment. They discovered a long tunnel leading southward, filled with ancient Yuan-Ti iconography. While the tunnel was trapped, moss-covered rock near stream was able to disable it, though not without dousing himself in poison. To help heal him, Bones gave Mossy one of the stone giant crystals they had found together. Beyond the trap, the party found a portal that activated when someone wore the crystal crown of Malaire. Noting this, they explored northward and found a protrusion of land shaped like a tongue. The cave it was attached to was bitterly cold, though through some dangerous experimentation and magic, the party was able to determine that the cold was an illusion, albeit one that could still harm them. Beyond it was a mirror gate surrounded by stone gears. The party activated the gate, and to test a theory, Ezrah sent his clone through it. But the clone was attacked by the shadow, and Ezra's consciousness was shunted away. Having explored as far as they could without risking entering the territory of Björk, the Queen of Bones or the Sethian Scourges, the party decided to return to a strip of area between the two ghosts they had found previously and continue exploring there. Upon arriving, they discovered a cave that seemed to lead to a space removed from the swamp, a place that seemed different, like it had broken through into the swamp. Or the other way around, perhaps. As Bones and Matashtai moved forward to explore, a ward was triggered, and the cave began to fill with noxious fumes. Bones, thanks to his dwarven features, was able to escape back out without too much harm. Matashtai, thanks to the purity instilled within his body by his key, was able to completely ignore the gas and explore forward. But as he stepped out of it, the smell of acrid poison was replaced by rot, and he saw looming before him a golem made of cobbled together flesh. And the golem saw him. In that instant, Ezra's consciousness was pulled away, back to that of his illusory clone. The clone had somehow escaped the shadow and finished its journey through the arcane portal. Ezra's senses as the clone were restored, just as it arrived out from the portal, in what looked like a grand temple near an obsidian throne, upon which sat what looked like a queen, and all around dozens and dozens of drow. The clone did not have much time to take in this sight, though, as its presence triggered multiple wards, creating explosions of magic, and eventually, the clone was dispelled. Ezra's consciousness was restored. But he had been seen. What would happen now? Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.